morning, ladies, gentlemen and graduates. My name is Emma Bales and I'm your Master of Ceremonies today. I am delighted to welcome you to this degree and award ceremony and would like to make some introductory announcements. We ask that you remain in your seat and do not leave the cathedral during the ceremony. One exception is if you are with a young child who gets restless. Out of courtesy to other guests, you may wish to take them outside or to the back of the cathedral. Shortly, I will announce the academic procession and will ask those of you who are able to stand and to remain standing until the academic procession is on the platform. You will not need to stand again until the end of the ceremony. At the end of the ceremony, please stand and wait as the procession exits the cathedral. Please then follow the graduate procession out of the cathedral to the Crown and Mitre Hotel and have your tickets ready for the celebratory reception. In the event of an emergency, there are 3 exits. The first to my left, where you entered on the south side of the cathedral, the other 2 to my right on the north side. Designated staff will take action and guide you in an emergency. We have tried to deliver our ceremonies in a COVID-responsible way. I ask that if at all possible, we try to minimise large congregations, particularly around the entrance to the cathedral. Please do speak to a marshal if you have any concerns. We will also invite each graduate to use hand sanitizer before and after they go across the stage. The cathedral permits still photography during the ceremony, but flash photography, videoing and recordings are not allowed. When taking still photos, please be mindful of those seating next to you and try not to disrupt their experience of the ceremony. Our ceremony will be available by live stream and we also have an official photographer capturing the ceremony for you today. So before we start our ceremony and to settle nerves for our graduands, we are now going to spend a few minutes practicing the graduand presentation. Graduands, can you all either watch the TV screen in front of you or watch the presentation area whilst the marshals run through the process? Can the first graduand please step forward? The graduand will be invited to sanitise their hands and will then walk forward to this lectern and stop. At this point, you should hand your name card to the officer who will be standing here at this lectern. As they read your name, you will walk up the ramp to the presentation area and across to the presiding officer. For the award of Master of Art of Social Work, Louise Barnett. You then shake hands with the presiding officer and smile for your presentation photograph. Should you wish not to shake hands, simply don't gesture to do this, but keep your hands by your side. As you leave the presentation area, you will collect your University of Cumbria badge, then go down the far side ramp, not the central ramp. Please watch this part carefully to ensure you know where to go. Then head down the north aisle before returning to your seat. The next graduand will be motioned forward by the marshal as the one ahead leaves the presentation area. All graduands, please watch the TV screen whilst the next few examples follow. For the award of Bachelor of Science Midwifery, Debbie Critchley. Can I now please ask that you turn off your mobile phone? I hope you all enjoy the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, would all those who are able to do so please stand for Councillor Alan Daniels, Mayor of Allerdale, Councillor Douglas Banks, Chairman of Eden District Council, and the academic procession. Please be seated. I now call upon the Reverend Canon Dr. Benjamin Carter to welcome us to the Cathedral.
Vice-Chancellor, graduands, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure on behalf of the Cathedral Chapter to welcome you to this great building for this great occasion. The last time I had the honour of offering these words of welcome was in the summer, on what was, at that point, the hottest day on record. Although the weather today is a little chillier, perhaps a little more characteristically Cumbrian, that should not diminish the warmth of our welcome to you on this great day of celebration. We always take great joy in playing host to and being a small part of these days of celebration for this wonderful university we are proud to be partners with. Our warmest congratulations to all the graduands on their great day of achievement and this day of celebration for them. Through the ceremony, all of those of you who have gathered here as family and friends of those graduating are very, very warmly encouraged to greet each graduand with applause and, dare I say it, the odd cheer, which will warm their hearts, I am sure, and be a fitting tribute to the hard work and dedication of each of the students we've come to celebrate today. We hope you have a wonderful afternoon and time here with us today. Thank you very much.
open our ceremony, I am delighted to welcome our University Choir. I would like to introduce the Dyer's Party today. Professor Julie Manell, Vice-Chancellor. Professor Rob Trimble, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic. Professor Brian Webster Henderson, Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Health, Environment and Innovation. Mr. Mark Swindlehurst, Chief Operating Officer. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to open our degree and award ceremony and deliver the opening address.
Thank you. What a lovely start, uplifting start to this afternoon's degree ceremony. It's lovely to see you all here today. I declare open this degree and award ceremony of the University of Cumbria. Graduands, Canon Warden, Chair of Eden District Council, Mayor of Allerdale, Honorary Fellows, guests, staff, university partners and friends. It's our great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony in the splendid setting of our city's cathedral. To family and friends, graduation ceremonies are without doubt a significant personal milestone, as well as one of the most enjoyable events in the university calendar. We're so happy that you've been able to join us today, to join in the celebrations and to reflect on the ways you have supported your graduate to be on their journey to date. And we hope you very much enjoy the occasion. Graduands, today is an extra special day, and it's your day. It's a day to celebrate, a day to pause and reflect on your journey. And what a journey it's been. This ceremony not only marks the culmination of your tremendous hard work and commitment in achieving your award today, It demonstrates your resilience, your tenacity, and importantly, your self-belief. And in a period of our collective history that has involved so much change, volatility, challenge, heartache, uncertainty, unrest, and at times sheer disbelief. Countered more recently by so many positive examples across our globe of acts of bravery and solidarity in standing up for oppression and inequality. Graduands, no doubt your journey has been challenging. No doubt the pandemic took its considerable toll with periods of lockdown, isolation, and considerable constraint. No doubt you've had wobbles and periods of self-doubt. And no doubt, at times, you'll have felt like the weight of the world was on your shoulders. And this isn't surprising. It's been a time in our lives where so much of what's going on around us and impacting on us as individuals, as members of our community and families, our people and planet, happening that we cannot control or influence. Hence, it's a time to really focus on what we can control and how, for ourselves and for others, and particularly by staying true to our values. You've done this despite all you've encountered and in the context and environment you've been placed in. You've succeeded. And how you have achieved your success and what you've gained as a result is as significant as the award we celebrate with you today. With a self-belief and confidence at your core to face the inevitable new challenges and opportunities your and our future will bring. At our core is knowing our university was established here in Cumbria for a reason, to transform lives and livelihoods, and this drives us. Headquartered here in Carlisle, we have campuses in Ambleside, Lancaster, London, with over 14,000 students and around 1,000 staff. Our students study in our campuses, in the workplace, in Cumbria, and indeed in over 100 countries. Recently, we've grown our degree apprenticeship student body to over 1,500 students in areas spanning paramedic practice, policing, project management, nursing, forestry. We've launched our Centre for Digital Transformation to prepare our students, businesses and sectors for the workplaces and work practices of our future. And we've been awarded £63 million of capital funding from the Borderlands Growth Deal Initiative, Carlisle Town Deal and Barrow Town Deal, which will enable us to transform our university presence, visibility and impact here in Carlisle and in Barrow. This includes the proposed Carlisle Business Exchange in partnership with Lancaster University and our ambition for a medical school here in Carlisle, working with Imperial College London. In the Institute of Education, represented by so many graduates here today, we continue and will continue to do so, work in and through partnerships to ensure our schools have the teachers they need to equip our young people with the confidence, resilience and skills to thrive. This commitment involved nearly 2,400 initial teacher education placements just this year. Working with the Eden Project, Senior Lecturer Chris Barlow, Morecambe Bay Early Years and Primary teachers, as well as a think tank made up of our students, recently co-constructed the Morecambe Bay curriculum, a unique place-based green curriculum for children and young people to learn how to look after themselves, their area and our planet. Principal lecturer Stephanie Evans presented her research with student teachers on developing a toolkit for supporting young people post-COVID. And in the most recent Research Excellence Framework, over 1/3 of the Institute of Education's research outputs were deemed to be world-leading or internationally excellent. As Vice-Chancellor, I talk quite rightly about the role of our university and why we were established, and the impact that we have on individuals, community, and our economy. Now, more than ever, we need a university in Cumbria and for our region. But our university isn't buildings, it's people. It's our staff, our students, our supporters, our partners, and very importantly, you, our soon-to-be graduates. Whatever category of student you fall into, young, mature, on campus, off campus, living at home, studying away, learning through working, learning whilst working, full-time, part-time, online, flexible. Remember, you are incredible, both in what you've achieved and in the impact you will have on our world. As primary and secondary school teachers, for example, you shape, you change, you save, you support lives. We need you now and for our future. Remain confident and ambitious about yourself and your potential, and stay resilient. And remember, success is not measured by job title or the number of hours we spend at work. It's the impact that we have on others. And the same extends to our happiness and well-being. So, work to live, don't live to work, and enjoy your life, family and friends. Take care of your mental as well as physical health. And take stock every now and again to reflect on your development and progress. Taking time to remind yourself of the considerable path you've already taken, and not least today. And when you walk across to receive your award, make the absolute most of your moment, reminding yourself how fabulous you already are and what's still to come in spades. Thank you.
I now call upon the Director of the Institute of Education, Dr. Ruth Harrison-Palmer, to present the graduates for their degrees and awards.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in confirming that the graduands here presented have satisfied the requirements for the degrees and awards of the University of Cumbria. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Art and Design 11 to 16, Danny Thomas Cotton. Chloe Florence Howell. Caitlin Rose Povey Carter. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Art and Design 11 to 16, Khadija Sidat. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Biology 11 to 16, Sadie Barnes. Shermeen Gari. Marika Jenny Tomlin. Jennifer Towner. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Chemistry, 11 to 16, Phoebe Louise Bennett. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary English, 11 to 16, Yvonne Michelle Allmark. Cameron Basford. Georgina Kett. Jessica Lowe. Sarah Rickaby. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Geography, 11 to 16, Rebecca Emma Bell. Abby Holloway. Rebecca Catherine Lewis. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary History, 11 to 16, Eleanor Hughes. Lucy Murgatroyd. Emily Verdon. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Mathematics, 11 to 16, William John Burrell. Hannah Davies. Luke Farricker. Levi Smith. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Modern Foreign Languages, 11 to 16, Claire Charlotte Charrier. Caroline Annie Eugenie Brocaire Latique. Anthea Sambura Koyido. Jennifer Alice Stewart. David Thwaites. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Physical Education 11 to 16, Daniel John Eccles. Benjamin David Murphy. Emily Florence Sturzaker. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Physics, 11 to 16, Philippa Lucy Monet Conlon. Hazel Hardy. Edward Andrew Windsor Vincent. Postgraduate Certificate Education Studies, Samuel Markham. In partnership with Bishop Rawstorn C of E Academy, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Chemistry 11 to 16, Abhimanya Gopalan. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Geography 11 to 16, Miles Florentine. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Music, 11 to 16, Matthew Kenny. In partnership with Broughton High School, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Computer Science and ICT, 11 to 16, Mafusa Patel. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Religious Education, 11 to 16, Almas Patel. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary English, 11 to 16, Chloe Curtis. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary History, 11 to 16, John Johnson. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Mathematics, 11 to 16, Robert Jack Wolfenden Heaney. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Modern Foreign Languages, 11 to 16, Eleanor Belcher. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Music, 11 to 16, Bethany Jade Peters. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary, 5 to 11 years, Megan Renee Bradshaw. Mariam Asif Desai. Flanagan. Catherine Grace Teasdale. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Chemistry, 11 to 16, Zaina Batan. In partnership with Great Sankey High School, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Art and Design, 11 to 16, Catherine Frost. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Computer Science and ICT, 11 to 16, Sekou Jabate. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary English, 11 to 16, Emily Jane Ince. Eve McCardle. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary History, 11 to 16, Joshua Crosby. Megan Jefferson. Ianthe Shirley. In partnership with Kirby Kendall School, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Physical Education, 11 to 16, Lucy Claire Allen. Emily Frances Haynes. Jenna Doswell. Abby Olivia Wild. In partnership with Lime Tree Academy, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Art and Design, 11 to 16, Alexandra Walker. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary English, 11 to 16, Emily Fitzpatrick. Dana Louise Kennedy. Hanya Bosky O'Neill. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Geography, 11 to 16, Emily Karen Gardner. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Mathematics, 11 to 16, Sarah Hill. Nathan Hind. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Physical Education 11 to 16, Helen Taylor. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Chemistry 11 to 16, Shazadi Noreen Raja. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Spanish, Barbara Santamartino. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary 5 to 11 years with inclusion SEND, Chloe Connett. Emily Gardiner. Georgia Jones. Hannah Lees. Amina Munsaf. Abigail White. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary 5 to 11 years, Hannah Jane Gibbs. Claudia Hollander. In partnership with Our Ladies Catholic High School, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Art and Design 11 to 16, Gareth John Baxendale. Joseph Richard Probert. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Drama 11 to 16, Philippa Margaret Ann Garlington. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Geography 11 to 16, Rosie Gebby. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Mathematics 14 to 19, Jane Margaret Birch. Jordan Court. Lewis Winstanley. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Psychology, 14 to 19, Suzanne Walmsley. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary, 5 to 11 years, Amy Jane Clarkson. Sadiqa Kazi. Lorna Karen Ann Kritovic. Gemma Louise Palacio. Adil Sazid Patel. Georgia Townsend. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Lower Primary, 3 to 7 years, Hayley Marie Easton. Kiran Singh. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Chemistry, 11 to 16, Robert Thomas James. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Computer Science and ICT, 11 to 16, Jack Thomas Crossthwaite. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary English, 11 to 16, Sophie Victoria Barker. Quinn Ingalls. Robert Allen Ramsey. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Mathematics, 11 to 16, Sarah Marion Hodgson. Leslie Ann Thorburn. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Physical Education, 11 to 16, Luke Thomas Brown. Rachel Carol Deere. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary, 5 to 11 years, and the recipient of the Institute of Education PGCE Primary Highest Academic Achievement Prize, Bethany Petra Fisher. Nicola Francis. Emily Gordon. Kerry Ann Jackson. Megan Marsh. Bethany Kate Miller. Zoe Quartermain. Helen Esme Whelans-Reid. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary 5 to 11 years, Damien Thompson. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary Modern Foreign Languages 11 to 16, Iago Tanusi. In partnership with Tyldesley Secondary School, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, Secondary English 11 to 16, Kelly Cassidy. Rachel Lee. Wayne Foy. Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary 5 to 11 years, Laura Elizabeth Kay. Claire Louise Pemberton. Megan Lucy Shaw. Alexandra Whitwam. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of all graduands.
I now call upon Ellen Armstrong from the Students' Union to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the students.
Oh, it's exceptionally emotional, isn't it? I've lost count of the amount of tissues I've used today. Oh. So, hello, my name is Eleanor Armstrong. I'm from the Students' Union, and I am the elected academic officer. As a representative of the students at the university, and having recently graduated myself while raising 2 children, I understand the challenges you may have had to overcome in order to be here today. It is my honour to be here, and I'd just like to say a huge congratulations to each one of you. One of the things that makes the University of Cumbria a unique place to be is how diverse the approach to education can be. Everyone graduating today will have had different experiences. You might have been taught on a nature reserve at Ambleside, or spent time in a dark room at Brampton Road. You might have learnt on the job as an apprentice, or studied at a distance. You may have had the benefit of one of the simulation labs at Lancaster or Fuse Hill Street. But however you came here today, your journey is uniquely yours. Yet there are some elements of life when a student at the university that will be familiar to us all. I would like to extend our thanks to those who have made our student experience so memorable. To those lecturers, tutors and academic staff who have spent the last few years teaching us, sharing knowledge, experience and their insight, we thank you. We thank the professional services staff in offices, our libraries, workshops, administration teams and refectories, who have kept us going on our journey and have gone the extra mile to make our path as smooth as possible. To those staff from the support services who were there to provide support when we faltered and advice when we were at a loss, we thank you for the care, compassion and expertise you showed us at every turn. To those here in this beautiful cathedral who welcomed us into your towns, cities, into your neighbourhoods and communities, your hospitals and schools, and have made us feel like we had a home away from home, we thank you. To those who have been there at the start of this journey, our family and friends, who have been there, I cry every time I get to this part. Have been there from the early starts and the late nights, who have been a familiar shoulder to lean on and a comforting voice of support, we thank you all. And finally, to all our peers, those who started with us and those who sit beside us now, look at those around you. These are the only people who have been on the same path as you, grown and learned with you. We say thank you to you all today. We are here and we made it together. Congratulations to everyone who's graduated from the University of Cumbria today. Thank you.
I am delighted to welcome back our university choir. Vice-Chancellor, I now call upon you to confer the degrees and awards presented today.
Thank you. When we said at the start, graduations are a really special occasion and a time to, reflect on your journey and to burst with pride in terms of what your loved ones and family members, I'm sure all your family members are loved ones, and friends have achieved. We were right, weren't we? What a really lovely ceremony. Eleanor, I don't think you've stopped crying yet, have you? Thank you, because, you've been there where our graduates have been, not just in relation to today, importantly, but in terms of your journey and what that's represented to you. And we talked about self-belief, resilience, tenacity, not giving up. And your journey and your achievements is a great example of that. And there will be, and there are so many others. So thank you. Thank you to our choir who come together graduation weeks, and we have different choir members for different ceremonies, and share one thing, come together from right across the university, all sorts of different programmes. They share a passion for performance and wanting to celebrate that and with others. And it's always such a nice way to start and indeed to end the ceremony. And then to our graduates, gosh, you're quite a sort of inspiring and then a rather intimidating bunch at the same time. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't think I've ever been in a place where there's so many chemistry teachers, physics teachers, computing, modern foreign languages, drama, the list goes on and on and on, doesn't it? Brilliant. When we talk about what you do and the difference that you will have to so many people, we're not kidding, are we? You've got careers ahead of you, in some instances, 30, 40, 50 years. Just think of the young people that you are going... I know that was a little bit depressing, I'm sorry about that. But I don't know if you've heard, your retirement date's only going to get further away. It's never going to get any closer. Just think of the difference that they're already making and that they're going to make for our children, our grandchildren, their children. Sorry, it is getting a little bit darker. It's brilliant. It's an absolute privilege to share in you and your success today. So, would you like to stand, graduates? And also, make the most of having a day off school as well. That doesn't happen very often, does it? Okay. By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer on these members of the University of Cumbria the degrees and awards for which they've been presented. Huge congratulations to everyone across the university, here in Carlisle Cathedral, family and friends. Well done.
I hereby declare closed this degree and award ceremony. Please be upstanding as the academic and graduate processions exit.
Super.